Yeah. So we are going. Hopefully the audio is good. Welcome to another episode of the Cultured Misfits podcast. Jazzy, you just seen So Throwed, and you can use the wood thing. That's what that's for.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my God.
Listen.
Oh my God. What's the problem? What's happening? Are we okay? Are we going to make it through the show?
We're good.
Are you sure?
Are you okay?
No, I'm not.
So you're not going to make it through the show.
You're not going to make it.
No, I'm definitely not going to make it through this show. But happy to be here. I didn't even start the timer. Man, it's just all. We need an assistant. We need an intern.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
We need to get it together first.
No.
Yes.
Anyway.
Dude, I don't like seeing myself. I never watched like the video on YouTube. I always listen to it through
the thing. All right, well,
on
you're going to
my
have to do what's going to do.
podcast.
Anyway, all right, Brandon, a.k.a. DJ Silk. And to the left of me, we have...
Jazzy.
Oh, God. And to the right of me,
Rell.
a.k.a. Brown Sugar. You know, we ain't hit you with that in a while.
Yeah.
You miss it?
I mean, it's me. I am Brown Sugar, so it's
Okay.
not too far.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We have a lot to talk about in a short period of time because we are really going to try to be better about not going long. These feature-length movie podcasts ain't getting it.
I hear you.
Facts. Facts.
Super facts. All right. So we have. Are we going to do a shot o'clock today, or we should? We should. I guess for this excitement, right? For our limited, we can get embarrassed.
Jazz, it's your turn.
We can get embarrassed as to what alcohol we don't have on the wheel.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Johnny boy.
Johnny's killing it lately. Do we have any Johnny
Ew.
Walker left? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We full stop.
Oh, I was about to get that
The other stuff that we had last week.
That Kool-Aid one that we had.
What you want?
Yeah.
No, we're having Johnny.
No, I want the
We're
fruity
having
one.
Johnny, and that's what it's going to be.
I want the
Okay.
fruity one.
Whiskey?
Yes, we're having the Johnny. And while we are setting up this shot, I guess we can start out with our history moment. Are we excited about our history moment?
Inform.
Anyway, so are we have 50th anniversary hip hop? We
Okay.
say, were we aware of this?
Probably not.
Rell?
Oh, yeah.
Probably skimmed, Saw a little bit of, can't tell you what day it was.
It was August 11th.
Gotcha.
Thank you. So August 11th, and actually we can do a shot to hip hop. How about that?
Alrighty, I like
To the
that.
50th anniversary. 50 years old, man. 50 years old.
Shout out to
Whoop,
hip hop.
Yeah.
Fell in love with hip hop.
When did you fall in love with hip hop?
When did I fall in love with hip hop?
Oh, it had to be elementary school. I think that's when I started paying attention to Biggie.
What's your favorite hip hop song?
Oh, my favorite? Oh, I can't do a favorite. There's too many. But I specifically remember Biggie's, oh my gosh. It was Biggie's song. It was Biggie. Oh my gosh. I was on the bus when we got dropped off at school. I can't think of it right now, but once I hear it, I'll know that it was that song. Oh my gosh.
Can you just a hint like that? Was he talk? Was
It was like when he first came out, so it was like probably few singles and whatever.
Juicy?
Maybe it was Juicy.
Okay, that was
No, it wasn't Juicy.
Unbelievable.
No, I need like the chorus.
What year was it? Can you remember?
It was the one he was like, it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
Yeah, that's Juicy.
That okay, yes.
Juicy.
That was what I remember.
Mine is like the opposite. Yours is Happy, but like I remember when I first heard Brenda's Got a Baby by Tupac. I was like, wow, this tells a story.
Woo, girl.
Really? Brenda's Got a Baby? Pop?
That's when I was like, wow, like lyrics can do
Matter.
something.
Yes.
Yeah, he told a story.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, this is so sad, but
So Brenda's Got a Baby and Juicy.
I don't think it's my favorite, but like that's when I was like, wow, like
That's
this
when
is
it
rap.
caught your attention.
Yeah.
That's when you were aware. It's like, okay, that was the gateway song into your.
yeah, I don't know if that's a good one. I'll think of another one. but
No, it
that's,
doesn't
like,
matter. It's your gateway record. That's all that
I
matters.
was like, that's rap.
So, and then Juicy. Mm-hmm. That was 94, 95.
Yeah, it was yes, elementary school.
I was just getting started teaching.
Yeah.
I just got my turntables. I just graduated from high
Oh
school.
my gosh, I was 5 years old, 6 years old, and I remember that.
Yeah.
If it was that year, yeah. Yeah, I was in elementary school.
When did you
Damn.
fall in love with hip hop?
That is a great question. And I don't know. Actually, Tribe Called Quest, Benita Applebaum. That was the record.
That's a good one.
That was the record. And what's crazy about that record is I remember the video, like we used to watch videos all the time. And the way the song starts, it didn't catch my attention. So I would turn. Every time the video came on, I would turn. And then at the end of its rotation, I finally listened to it and I was like, oh my fucking God, I love this record. And I'm kicking myself for all the times I could have watched the video and
You didn't.
and didn't. So yeah, Benita Applebaum, and then Digital Underground, Do What You Like. That video, just and that video, I think I've talked about it before, where they just rented a hotel. They rented a motel for the weekend and threw a party and just recorded whatever happened. And in the video, all this crazy shit is happening, and so none of it was scripted. It was just.
I have to check that out.
Yeah. So I guess you're wondering. Oh yeah, do your shot, drink it, because I already had mine.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real. Put some hair on your chest.
For sure.
So anyway, I guess you're probably wondering, how did we come to August 11th, right? Like, how do you have a date for something like that, like so specific? So DJ Kool Herc is considered the father of hip hop. So what happened was,
And he's Jamaican, right?
I think so. Probably so. So what happened was, that's his sister's birthday, and she was having a party, and he DJ'd the party, and so it was the biggest party he's ever done with the largest crowd. And so back then, they used to, in like James Brown records, a lot of soul records, they had a break where the singing would stop and it would be just a crazy drum pattern, blah blah blah. The singing would stop, drum pattern, just a real fly part of the music. Like if you're familiar with the song "Dance to the Drummer's Beat," it's like 16 bars, right? So that would be considered the break. And so what he realized when he was DJing parties was people would really get busy during the break of the records. Like they would just go extra hard. So what he started doing was playing the break back to back to back to back and extending it and making it longer and longer and longer. So at this party, all these people were there. They experienced it, and then that began the growth of hip hop, the birth of hip hop. So it was 1520 Cedric Avenue in the Bronx. That's where the party happened in August 11th, 1973. So that's how that happened. And it's just funny because I was just thinking, actually, before I get to that thought, if you have Netflix, do you have Netflix? Okay. Do you have Netflix? You should watch The Get Down.
I started that and then I fell off.
Why do I feel like
Because it was I can't remember the actor's name.
Well, Jaden Smith was in it, and but that depicts the start of hip hop. Like that's because eventually it went from just doing the breaks to then an MC getting on and talking over the breaks, getting the crowd hype, to getting to the point where he wasn't just talking, he was actually talking to the beat, and then that's how you got to the rap. So that series is really cool. But like, see what happens when we just let the DJ instead of coming
Let's
out
not
the
get on
request.
to that.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. We're going to talk about that real quick. Look at the magic. $1 billion industry was created because people let the fucking DJ do his thing instead of coming up and be like, "Can you play a certain song?"
The people want to hear what they want to hear.
Blame the radio.
You blame the radio? I blame sucker DJs.
Blame the radio for people wanting to listen to their requests.
No, why the radio?
That's
You can
what we
call
hear
in and
it.
put a request in.
That's the radio. We're talking about the club. We're talking about a party. We're talking about a situation where you're there in a room, and the room is about the party is about everybody, not just you and the little song you want to hear right there in the moment.
But as a DJ, when you get requests, don't you learn about songs too? You do. Because I put you
periodically. But here's the thing. So here are the rules to requesting songs from the DJ. The fucking judgment here.
Are you a bougie DJ?
Define
Yes.
bougie.
Who's out there? Is this? Does it
Listen.
annoy you to get requests?
It does.
I'm asking the people. We know it does for you.
You can
I
see
feel
on the
like all
fucking comments.
DJs get annoyed.
Okay.
Why do you think DJs get annoyed though?
That I don't know. That's a question you have to answer.
We get annoyed because we have a plan. We're reading the room. We know the direction we want to take the party. We know the journey we're about to take you on.
Mm-hmm.
And when you come up and interrupt us with some bullshit, it's frustrating. That's why we get upset. Even if it's a good request, even if it's like a perfect song, right? Mm-hmm. The song might be coming 2 or 3 songs down the line, right? But we just want you to enjoy the experience. Like, you're here to dance and enjoy and learn about new music and hearing it in different ways. The moment you come up to the DJ booth and they're like, oh, you're not hearing this such and such song, like, now you're making it about you. Fuck you and what you want. Just go back out there and have a good time. That's all we're saying, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like, you don't go to Jazz is so judging me right now, and it's okay.
Say anything.
You didn't have to.
I'm letting you do your piece.
Trying to get it all right. No. Like, if you want to request,
your boy said bump his table if he doesn't play your song.
Who said that?
Your boy.
Okay.
Wiggles.
Wiggles. Nah. So if you like, I don't mind requests early in the night. When it's nobody's dancing and it's just kind of chill and the vibe, yo, come request the songs. That's cool. But don't wait till shit gets popping and everybody's having a good time and now you want to come up and be like, oh, yeah.
But if you know that's going to happen, why do you let it bother y'all? You know you're going to get requests. Regardless if you say no request, you know you're going to get a request. Why don't you just be like, all right, cool, no problem, and go do your thing?
Well, yes, that's what happens, but I'm having this moment to be upset.
But why are you getting upset over things? Oh, well, you're speaking about right now.
I'm speaking about right now, but no,
Okay.
it is a frustration because it's not even just the request. It would be one thing if they just came up and said, "Yo, I have this request. Can you play this record?" Cool, and then leave it be. Now they want to stand off to the side, and they need for you to play it the next song. They wanted to hear it immediately. Like it's like they're paying me, and like then they come back up when you can play the song. Like, I'll play it when I'm goddamn ready to play it. How about that?
Well, ask the manager.
Ask the manager. Mm-hmm. No. It's just I feel like DJs are one of the few professions that people will walk up to and then try to tell how to do their job. Like, no one goes to the cook and be like, beyond like, I want my meat well done or whatever. They're not like, can I have such and such? You don't go to the
some people
mechanic.
will if they're very particular about their food. Yes, they
you
will.
know what they get in their food?
Oh my gosh.
I'm just people are particular. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I feel like in every industry you're going to have someone with a lot of requests.
Yeah, but it happens regularly for DJs. Like, it happens regularly. You have people, and it's the same personality traits. It's different people, and they do the same thing. They walk up to you, like they see you in the middle of a mix, and they start tapping you on your shoulder or whatever.
Aren't they touching you?
Touching, right. Then they ask for the song. I don't know the name of the song, but it goes something like that. Like, are you serious right now? Are you fucking serious? Like, there's a song playing. I got a song queued up in my earphone, and I'm already thinking about the song after that. And you're gonna ask me to decipher what song it is? You gonna sing it to me? You have the people that are like, "Yo, we're getting ready to go. So can you play it soon?" Like, oh, so I'm gonna cater to somebody that's not gonna be here soon? Fuck out of here, right? Right?
I can understand that.
Right. Just be present. It doesn't have to be about you. Just let the DJ do his thing. If Kool Herc had been interrupted during that party, we would not have hip hop. Because there's no way you could play like that and be interrupted. You want to take
Or
that
maybe
point?
he was and he just ignored all them motherfuckers.
Yeah. He probably had somebody there to stand in between him and it. But no, I think people were just different back then. They just were happy to party and whatnot. So anyway, so that's our Black history. 50 years of hip hop. I'm excited about it. I hope it continues to flourish. The old school's coming back heavy. These young artists are like, I don't understand why our shows aren't selling out. Meanwhile, old school artists is killing it right now.
Like who?
Well, they just had the Rock the Bells thing, so it was like LL. It was all they got. Rakim. Now they're doing the Force tour. So you're not keeping up, bro. I'm gonna need for you to keep up. I'm not gonna.
I just went to see Beyonce, so that's all that matters.
Here we go.
She always kills it.
Well, Beyonce's different. She's different. She's different. So, anyway, that's our Black History fact
Nice.
for this thing. You know, what do you have for us, Jazzy? Nothing.
No, let's see. No, actually, hold up. Let me go back to my text
Hold up.
messages. Let me go back.
Man. Bro, don't be making no more DJ requests.
I don't really. I do. I only made one request that one time we were DJing and you didn't have it. And you're like, oh, what song is this? And you're like, I'll have it next time.
What record was that?
Closer.
Okay, yeah.
So a friend of mine is on a dating app,
Oh shit,
Okay.
here we go.
and the first response or the first interaction this guy sends to her is, so this is what I need to look like to be able to get a partner according to the internet. Got it. And he sends this as a photo. So that's the initial. He sends that,
Okay.
and
So
he says,
You have to send me the picture.
The
so I can
guy
put it in
sends it and says, this is what I should look
the
like.
first initial connection, this is his first thing that he says to reach out to her.
Oh, he responded to one of her posts.
No.
He sent that picture?
I'm assuming he sent it and commented that. Because her responses are the dark purple.
Okay. Or it could be that she has whatever that post is on her profile and he responded to it. I think she has that video on her profile and he responded to it.
Maybe. Who knows? But, because I didn't check. But this is what he says.
Okay.
Okay? He says, so this is what I need to look like to be able to get a partner according to the internet. Got it. She responds, what are you talking about?
I love it.
Then she says, plus, he's gay. So, again, what are you talking about? He responds, whoa, I think you completely misunderstood what I was saying. I know he's gay. Regardless what his sexuality is, I'm saying he's really attractive and he is the type of person people usually go for on this app. She responds, no, I understand what you said. I'm trying to figure out why you match with me to express whatever insecurity you've got going on within yourself because of society standards. That's definitely not the first thing you say to somebody when you're trying to match with them. He responds, I can understand why that may come off as insecure. I have a lot of insecurities, but I can assure you that my worrying about my looks is not one of them. LOL. I'm very happy with the way I look. I could get a bit more for though.
Are you sure you're not worried about the way you look?
She says, that's a complete contradiction of the first message you sent me, so I'm going to call bullshit on that one. A secure person doesn't give a fuck about what standards the internet is setting. Hit me up when you're more secure within yourself, my guy. Be blessed.
I want to see what he looks like now.
Yo.
Is there a picture of him?
Yeah, what does he
Not
look like?
really. I mean, I could zoom into this, but it's kind of blurry.
Oh, come on, man.
He's not like
He's not a bad looking guy,
He
but
has
he's
color
blocking
issues.
his face.
He's got color issues. That guy was light skinned.
That other guy was not light-skinned.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, the original guy.
The original guy was
that
light
he
skinned.
commented on. Yeah, that one.
He's high yellow. Don't look at me
He's like
that.
Brandon's complexion.
He's yellow, and that guy
I
is
feel like y'all don't
brown.
know color, but okay. Is
He-
he lighter complected than him? Yes.
yeah, well, there you go. And he's feeling some type of way.
All I know is
Needs to
that
build a
was the
bridge.
initial conversation.
That's crazy.
Man, cuffing season is going to be very hard for a lot of y'all. I'm just saying. It's going to be very, very difficult for you guys.
I just stay off of them because I just
And then another story is a friend of mine invited this guy over that she had already met up with, whatever. So he goes over, and she pulled out the shark robot, whatever, to vacuum, and he was amazed. Like, he ain't never seen that shit before in his life. So he had multiple questions about this damn vacuum. And she was like, you know what? You have not been outside of where you're from. I need you to basically leave. Like,
Are you serious?
she just like, that was the last time he came over.
Because he didn't know what a shark robot was?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Basically saying he's not familiar with.
So
She didn't like him enough.
Hell no,
that's
she
one
didn't
of
like
those
him
things
enough.
that-
Yeah, no,
For
she didn't
sure.
like him enough. But
Yeah.
it's one of those things where like, you don't know. That's like you dealing with somebody they don't know about a passport.
Nah, that's different.
No, that's your shark vacuum.
But that's your shark vacuum. Like, what do you mean you ain't never heard of a passport? Oh, you don't go out enough, or you're not around people to inspire you, to like, you know, inform you on new shit or basic shit.
A passport is not like a deal breaker for me.
That's a lie.
So I don't think that.
That's a lie.
That is a lie. Of lies.
What if
that is a lie? No. Rell, you really serious? And that's not a deal breaker? Get the fuck out of here. You're done.
I can get, anybody can get a passport.
No, they can't. Anybody cannot get a passport. Especially right now. They ain't getting a passport until a whole nother year goes around. Apply now, people.
Yeah, like the wait times are
ridiculous.
So
but yeah, I thought that was just so funny to me. I was like, wow.
I don't like that.
Like what?
I don't like the fact that, like, that's such a petty reason to just not invite somebody over.
That's what I was saying.
I know, I agree. it's just hitting me now. It's hitting me because he was fascinated over the vacuum.
And had multiple, because to her, it was like, how do you not know about this?
You want to know?
Like, to her, it was something very basic to know about. Just because you don't have it doesn't mean, like, that's different. But for her, it was like, you don't even know. Like, you've never seen this before.
But it's like a gadget. Like, I don't know. Like, over, like, in Asia, they have, like, all these household gadgets that we don't use here.
Yeah, but that's I don't know. I feel like that's different. They got a whole bunch of shit that we don't know about.
I can see where she's coming from. Like, okay, we've had iRobots for a while.
That's like some of it. Like, they never even heard of AI.
But it's not like he's like dirty. Like, he just does it manually. He does it with.
I think it was just a turn off for her. Like you are not, you asking too many questions about this damn
Has
robot.
she ever been to his house?
No. She didn't get that far.
Yo, people are savage. Like, that's a pretty fucking savage way to just cut somebody off.
He came over, he was amazed at my shark vacuum. Let's just say that was the last time. I was like, I can't, he's not exposed enough. He was like, wow, so it just knows where to go, asking a million questions. Then he was like, I'm sorry, I never seen that before. In my head, I'm like, you need to go back to Chester. He was from Chester.
Do you have a shark vacuum? Or like a...
I don't have a robot, no. But
have
I've seen them before. I've heard of them.
My arm.
I know one person that has one. So I've only seen it like in operation.
I've seen it before, yeah.
I know what it is, but weren't you kind of like amazed the first time you saw it? Like, oh, that's cool. Like, I wasn't like on the floor
like
looking
online.
for it.
I seen it online because I heard about it.
No, I'm talking about when you see it
like
in person.
I was just like, oh shit, that's cool. Okay, now I seen it in person.
So imagine if you've never heard about it before and you've never seen it in person.
Right, and to her, that was like, you're not exposed enough.
She's
the dog room.
Yeah, for real.
See, the way I look at it is, I would think that that would be kind of cute. Like, because that's whenever an adult sees something, is exposed to something different or new, that's a moment of being like a child when they get excited. Like, it's like, yo, this is amazing. Like, I love showing people new shit, putting them on to new shit.
So she mentions that he had a million questions, but then he said to her, I think you may be out of my league.
Oh, he could sense the judgment from her. That's all that happened. She was like, nigga, you really ain't never seen one of these robots before? No. And he said he was from Chester? Okay. I mean, it's socioeconomics. Like, he probably those things aren't cheap. They're not cheap.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I definitely know where they are, but like, out of all the people I know, I've only seen one. Like, someone have it like in operation.
Okay.
And I feel like they've been out for a long time, and I feel like that's a long time to know about it and for it to be out for like hardly anybody that I know to actually have one.
Another situation.
Yeah, real quick. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate her beauty physically?
Of
It's
my
her
friend? That's my friend. I'm not going to know what's to call that.
Okay. I mean, all right. I just want to know.
Don't do that to me.
No, I'm just trying to get
All my friends are beautiful.
I just want to understand why she was so like cutthroat. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
So you
that's
think
the reason.
there's a correlation between beauty
I think
and
when you have
cutthroatness?
more options, because we talked about this before, when you have more options, you become very, very specific and particular, right?
I mean, I also think that, like, if you're trying to date someone, you're getting to know someone, there's certain things that you would already want them to be aware of or to know about. with certain things.
Put a vacuum clean, a robotic vacuum cleaner.
I'm sure there was other things she just didn't
Yeah,
say.
that's what I'm saying. I don't
Yeah,
think
like
that's
I'm sure
not
there was
the
other
only
things,
thing.
but she was like, I can't. Like he's not exposed enough. Ain't nobody got time for this. And I don't blame her because I don't want to be with. I wouldn't want to deal or try to get to know someone who hasn't even left the country. Like you never been out the country, bro. I ain't got time.
Wait, what?
No. You ain't been out the country. You don't even have a passport to get out the country. If you have a passport, that's different. All right, now we can go out the country. Like it'll be one of our trips. But you don't even have the beginning stages.
But that's a person you can mold and y'all can grow together.
No, that's not my child. I mold my child.
It's not even a child thing though.
No.
It really is. Like I think that's the fun of relationships, of getting to know somebody. If all of you have the same experiences and the same knowledge, that's boring. Like
I agree.
it doesn't have to be the same. It could be different. It could definitely be
somebody
different.
is like that's never been out of the country. Like that's the opportunity to go ahead and be like, all right, when we take a trip, we're gonna go out the company.
Because you're able to go out. But if you've never been out because you don't have the capabilities to, I'm not like that's just a turn off to me.
But if you came up if you came up financially struggling, right? You don't have it's like you're not in self-actualization mode. Self-actualization mode is like, I want to go to a different country. If you're in survival mode most of your life and then you're to a point now where now you're out of survival mode and now you have the room and the bandwidth financially and intellectually to be curious, like it's still scary to do that on your own. So you want to have somebody to take it with you. So if everybody has that attitude like, yo, you ain't never been out the country, well, you ain't gonna start with me, motherfucker.
If you have been out the country because you haven't gone out with somebody to go with, that's understandable. I'm saying you don't even have the credentials to go.
Yeah, but that's just part of the process. That's part of the process, right?
But your explanation is why I say that for me, a passport isn't a deal breaker.
Thank you. Yeah.
But it's but that's kind of see.
But you can take swimming lessons together.
Swimming is not a deal breaker, but like, don't be mad if I leave you on the shore.
No, I think what should be a deal breaker is an unwillingness to do those things. Like that should be the deal breaker. Not that a person hasn't done it. It's no, I ain't trying to do that. Like that shit'll turn me off quick, fast, in a hurry.
Right.
Like if you know,
like if you don't care, because there's people out there who've never left the state, and it's like, well, why haven't you left the state? Because they choose not to. Okay. That's a deal breaker because you're choosing not to do it versus, well, you didn't do it because no one invited you to go out the state and you don't want to go by yourself.
But you don't know. But you don't know what's out there. It just takes the right person to open you up.
Right. No. That I get. That I understand. But like you said, it's the unwillingness. So if you're unwilling to do it, then that's a deal breaker.
We can't help you.
We can't help you. Sorry. We can only do so much for you until we just nope. I ain't got time to be molding minds and shit.
Shit, that's the fun shit. I'll make you just the way I want you.
Well then, no. Oh, here we go. Hold on. But there was another thing that she mentioned. She said, since dating, I'm realizing so many people have not even had real relationships where they were 100% invested. Like my one date that I canceled. He will talk about being a man of his word, blah, 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 but could not be on time. Then gonna get mad when I'm like, I gave you 20 minutes to check in. I done changed and went to bed after hitting my 60 minutes after the agreed time. Like, no. Then gonna try to give me the same wording. This dating world is just so entertaining. Had me dressed and shit, thinking I was gonna go to Philly. Then she says, I said, you really have some nerve to hit me up an hour later after no communication about running late, thinking I still want to go out. His response was, sometimes I'm running late. She goes, I was like, that could have been a simple communication. I told him to have a good night and maybe we can go out some other time. He hasn't texted me at all. So I'm guessing I'm done for that one. It's like, yeah.
You know what? We have an expert in the room on that.
I'm not that bad, so don't do that.
Look, I got you on tape talking about.
I would say, but like if I'm going, okay.
Let me get them words right, girl. Get them words right.
Let me explain. So it would be like if I'm going to like my friend's house to chill. It wouldn't be like if it was something like important like that. Like if I was going on a date, I would commute. Like I usually. I'm not that bad. I would tell you beforehand. And like to be an hour late is disrespectful.
That is disrespectful.
I'm having flashbacks of you saying, well, you know, like I'm getting ready and it's like, should I let them know or do I continue to get ready?
Yes, you let them know while you're getting ready.
Come on, I'm very punctual.
Now you are.
Yeah, I was young and dumb. You grow. I've grown.
Yes. All right. Well, yes, it's
And
hard
I was
out here.
never that bad. Like, I would text you, and, like, I'm not going to be an hour late. It's like, okay, I'm 15, 20 minutes late.
You ain't gonna be like have him out there like Gerald.
No.
Poor Gerald.
Poor little Gerald.
Poor little
Yeah,
ting ting.
30 minutes. I'm gonna order my food now.
No, it wouldn't be that bad. I'd be like, hey, like, and I would be like, because usually when I'm getting ready, right, I live far, so I have to pull up GPS and see how long it's going to take me. You know,
Yeah, I'm gonna need for you to start dating people in your neighborhood so you can stop using that excuse. I live far. No, ain't nobody told you.
Anybody tell you to move all the way over there?
If you love me, you want me to date people from where I live.
That's facts.
I'm sure there's somebody there that's just like
I
you.
got
that,
Jedediah. There's nobody.
Huh?
I live by all Amish people. I wouldn't be welcome.
so you're gonna have
They definitely don't have no passports. Not at all.
No, don't do that.
There's Amish
Don't do
across
that.
the world. Look it up.
Where?
I saw Amish in Belize.
No, that ain't where Amish.
Do they live there
They
already?
live there.
Okay.
So
Did they
I know,
leave Belize at all?
I can't live an Amish lifestyle, so that's out of the question.
So I know they're in Lancaster, they're in Florida,
They're all over.
and they're in Ohio.
They're in Belize.
I don't believe that.
They are.
They probably were
Go
on
ahead,
their
Google.
Rumsfelter. I think
No,
that's
they
what it's
weren't.
called.
They're
They're what?
great craftsmen, right?
You don't know what the Rumsfelter is?
No.
Rumspringer.
Ron Springer, thank you. Look, you know she live in Amish country. She got that shit
Ron
right.
Springer.
And she got offended that I got it wrong. You can't be impressed that I got it
If
halfway
we're
right.
trying to, educate people, we got to be right.
She
Rum
checked you
Springer.
quick.
Rumspringer is when when they get to a certain an age and they get to leave and live out in the world for a set period of time
It's a coming of age
to decide whether or not they want to come back and continue to live the Amish life, or do they want to go out into the world and be of the world, which I don't think is
Do
all
they
that
get
fair.
was it banished? Banned?
Yeah, so like I think it depends on your
I
family.
used to
but
work with someone
you have to
who did
separate.
that.
Yeah, you do separate.
Yeah, I used to have a coworker when I used to work at a tech place, and he would make it very clear. He was like, "Yeah, I can't speak to any of my family members because they are living
So I know
that way."
a woman. She's a woman now, but she ended up. I don't know if it was on Rum. I don't know the full story, but she ended up meeting during Rumspringa. I'm pretty sure her husband, and because she decided to marry her husband, who was not Amish, she was kind of disowned, but she had to leave the church or leave the community,
Yeah.
and her parents didn't talk to her. But her husband's very respectful of her culture, and so they still live like an Amish. He's a farmer, so I guess that lifestyle was very easy for him to assimilate. They still live that type of lifestyle and that culture, but it wasn't until I think she had her second child that her mother began to talk to her. So now she has
So are they full back? Are they?
No, she's still out in, I don't know what they call it, like
Right.
out in the world. But they do. I want to say maybe her husband was Mennonite or something like that.
Okay,
So
Mennonite.
she's
Yeah, that
not a
makes
full
sense.
Amish, but still, because she broke away from that lifestyle, they didn't agree with it. So it wasn't until she had her second child that her mom wanted to, have
That's
that
ridiculous. You ever watch the Amish Mafia?
I haven't seen that, but I've seen like the one where they leave out into the for
That thing, yeah, Rumspringa, yeah. So some Belizean Amish folk, all right, they take their craftsmanship to different.
Yeah, they're great craftsmen.
Okay. All right. Listen, I'm going to take your word for it. I find it hard to believe, but I mean,
Google it. You have your computer right there.
Look, I'm all technologied out, man. I'm all,
Take my word for it.
Take your word for it. In Belize, like, do I hear the clopping of a horse and a buggy?
Oh my gosh!
They can still operate in regular life, whether it's here or not.
I know. I know
They
there's
have their own
levels.
communities.
I know it's levels. Look, years ago they got busted for drugs. You remember? Were you around for that?
I mean, isn't that the whole premise of the Amish Mafia?
No, but this is real life. No, the Amish Mafia was so fake.
I mean, they have like a bunch of stuff, but like how prevalent? I don't know how prevalent it is. Like they do like puppy mills and stuff.
They do
Allegedly.
all the things. Oh yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Listen, man. Look. God bless the Amish. They make really good products, and I respect the
I
fact
do
that they
too.
stick to their convictions.
Yeah.
They really do. So
That's that discipline.
discipline.
How did we get on this?
Because we're trying to link you up with somebody in your
Oh, where I
neighborhood.
live, yeah.
You ain't trying to fuck with that
I'm open to
Jebediah.
it.
Jebediah treat you right. Build you a nice house.
I mean, if he travels and he can swim.
That's all you need. There
I'm
you
sure
go.
you could turn
probably do all
Jebediah
that.
out.
Yeah.
I'm
He'll
not
he'll
trying
do
to-
it for you.
No, I'm not trying to change anybody or turn anyone out.
Turn him out.
Turn him out.
No.
Put that thing
He
on
be
him.
sprung.
Get out of here.
He's like, brown sugar. I'm excommunicated from my world.
All for you.
I did it for you.
Now I'm gonna go build you this pool.
Put my bare hands.
What's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
I'm all the way wrong for that. I'm
Well.
okay with being wrong for that.
I got a 6 brown checks over here.
All right, go ahead, go for it.
I begged my wife for a threesome.
Don't beg.
I begged my wife for a threesome for our 3rd anniversary.
years.
She only agreed if I allowed her to choose the other female. I hinted for her to bring her sexy friend Mel, especially since I've been with her behind my wife's back.
Oh, Lord.
Wife brought a muscular bisex police officer that she met at the gym to our bed. The cop strapped up and she tried to poke everybody. Cop choked me when I fought her off. You gonna comply or what? I'm a Christian man. I feel violated by the woman who vowed to love me. She gave me the threesome from hell and I can't forgive her for it. Is our marriage dead? If not, should it be? Advice.
Lord. Go ahead, brown sugar. Go ahead. What do you
Bruh.
think?
They should have had safe words or something because
I'm done.
you asked and you received.
Yeah. 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 Look, man, listen. You either do it or you don't. You either do it or you don't. You either get down or you don't. And she did something that she didn't want to do, technically didn't want to do, to make your ass happy. She set the rules.
That shit up.
She set the rules. She bought who she wanted, and she probably been fucking with that police officer anyway on the side.
Which he was too though.
No.
He was trying
Oh,
to
he
hint her
wanted-
to get that
okay,
girl.
yeah.
But she said, nah, you gonna get this
No,
girl.
you won't.
Right.
And she's like, I hope you learn from your lesson. This is what you want?
Like I think the best way he could have played that is like not hint
Just say.
about the girlfriend. No, you don't say it. Come on now. Do you think wouldn't your red flag? Wouldn't that
Okay,
be a red
yes.
flag
That
if
was
you're
a
like
flag.
first a threesome that she
All right,
ain't want to
invite
have?
Mel to the party.
Right.
What? Why
Right,
is that
like,
the?
what?
Why you
So
talking about my
how
friend?
can he? How would he?
It should be somebody they don't know.
He did right by her picking. Like in the threesome thing, the woman should always be the one to bring the female into the situation because that's rule number 1. 2, you have a couple. If you can make it happen after that first one and get her comfortable in it, then eventually you can work around to getting his choice. You know, but you can't. You got to get her comfortable with that. You got to show and prove that he could handle it and make her feel loved and seen and not like he's really just tired of her. You know what I mean? You gotta be smooth with it. Just be smooth. You gotta ease into it. No? I was judging. Y'all some judging
I'm not
people.
judging. It's just,
Yeah, right? It's just, I don't know,
This
man.
is a jet treason.
Got another
You
one.
like it, I love it.
There you go. Okay.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Another one. Last year, I met a nice woman and I knew we were getting serious. I moved in and planned to propose. Since then, her mother lost her home and has moved in with us. She hits on me constantly,
Word.
dropping her towel after a shower.
Nice.
I swear I could trip on her long, saggy breasts. She removes her top teeth and threatens to spank my manhood and balls with her thick, velvety tongue. I lost my job and was stuck at home with this freaky elder, and damn, it happened. To my surprise, sex with her was something glorious. My toes curled so hard and they cracked. She wants it constantly, and I can't please my girlfriend anymore. I like living here, but I'm so worn out. I can't afford to leave. This is my girlfriend's condo, and she's the only one working right now. Help.
I'm stressed for you.
Bro, you can get a honey pack. You get a chocolate Thor from
It was a
Barnes. Honey pack.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You can get chocolate Thors from Hard or Soft. Yeah, they work. They work.
Oh my
They
God, I'm
work.
glad you're alive.
Yeah. I will co-sign that thing. Yeah, dude, you stuck. You stuck. You've done it. You've done it. You broke the seal. And now, if he does not continue doing it, mom's going to tell. She's going to blow up the spot. So
Yeah, and you pick somebody to cheat with who doesn't have a home, so you can't even run to her if things don't go well.
mom be like, he's staying.
And then she'll be
She's not
like,
in
the
her home.
phone.
She can't say that.
But she's still mom.
So what?
No, you with me. That's not how this works.
That is a hell of a problem.
I got a last one for you. It was my wife's birthday dinner, and after 6 years of marriage, I decided to divorce her. I loved my mistress, Michelle, and I was ready to move on. I brought up Michelle and divorce at her birthday dinner at Applebee's. My 8-year-old stepson snatched my glasses off my face and broke them in half. I smacked him. It caused a commotion, so I left them at the restaurant, accidentally leaving my phone behind. When I doubled back to get it, I saw people comforting my wife and stepson, so I didn't go back to the table. I went home, grabbed a few things, and attempted to move in with Michelle. Another man was in Michelle's home when I arrived. Michelle says she's in a serious relationship and was only seeing me on the side to pay her bills. How could she do this to me? I gave up everything to be with Michelle, and she left me on the porch with my bag of clothes. Why are women so cruel and sneaky? How can I trust a female again? How do I win Michelle back?
Not even your girl, Michelle.
Not my wife.
Right. Oh, yes, you're right. Your wife.
It was my wife's birthday. I don't know what to say. You got what you deserve, bruh. I don't know.
You know what? There's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. It's done. It's just done. I don't... Give it up. Just give it
got
up.
from bad to worse.
It is what it is.
I know.
Like, what would you like to happen?
I don't know. You can see here. I mean, ain't nobody on here, but we're growing. We're growing.
I know the only people that are on are us. It's just us.
Right.
Oh man, all that work. Wow. I don't know, man. People got fucked up lives. That's all. I think that's the moral of this story. These stories.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well.
Not bad.
I'll take my boring life over all that drama. though.
Facts. I will be
All
by
day.
myself before I do any of that.
I'm home in my moo-moo.
Well, before we get to you, we want to play game. Play stupid game.
Yes, who's today's contestant?
Luther Johnson is the contestant.
Okay.
A Georgia man who is no longer with us. After he was filmed on Facebook Live jumping off a bridge into the Flint River on Tuesday evening.
What the hell? Why? Like, why are
He
you?
didn't die from the jump. He died from the water.
He died from the water. And, you know,
Surprise.
social media is calling out Luther's cousin, who appeared to coax his cousin into jumping into the river, into the dangerous waters.
You couldn't stop him?
No.
Why you blaming a cousin? Your cousin was just there doing what he wanted to do.
No. At one point in the video, Luther appeared to stop because he didn't want to jump. But his cousin could be heard telling him, no, dive from the top of that bitch. Here's video. I mean, it's, yeah.
Someone lost their life.
So Luther is seen jumping onto the ledge. He falls backwards into the water and begins swimming down the Flint River. And it's immediately clear that Luther is not a good swimmer. Luther tried swimming in one spot before disappearing and never resurfacing.
So was there like a waterfall?
He jumped off a train bridge in his khakis. No shoes, no shirt, no socks.
Okay.
Jumped off. And the video, I just watched Luther float down the river. Swim!
He drowned. It's the current.
He
Like,
drowned. He
Yeah.
drowned. He and there's alligators. There's alligator infested water on top of that.
Oh my God.
And you just watch. He's just got the phone on him. He's like, swim. No, to the left. What you doing? What you doing? Where you at? Where you at? Yeah.
Just ignorance. That's sad.
It is sad. That's a dumb way to die. I mean, yeah. And so his cousin goaded him into doing it. So it'd be the ones closest to you, right?
It's crazy because, I don't know. There's definitely like pressure and bullying and all that, but it's like at one point, like, is it the cousin's fault?
Yeah, because Luther seemed like he was slow.
Oh, well.
And
Luther,
Luther,
he's a at-risk person.
and Luther at one point was like, "Nah, I don't think I want to do this," and he was like, "Nah, you gotta do it. You got to do it."
Easily influenced.
Yeah, it's that peer pressure's a bitch. Yeah, that's why it's important to get you a man who can swim, right? No matter the current. No matter the current.
All pun.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. And his cousin was slow because there was never a point in the video where he got panicky. He was more like, "Where you at? Damn, what you doing, man?" Like, there was no like, "Oh, let me call for help. Let me do something."
Right.
And he just yelling at him, "No, swim." Like, it was clear my man was in trouble, and he's just like, so yeah.
You're not allowed to pick these anymore. These are too sad.
Somebody always dying.
I know.
Well, it's just, they play stupid game.
No,
Win a stupid prize.
I need a stupid prize. Like they went to jail, or their
Yeah.
car got towed, or
Yeah.
like
Well, how about
all
this?
these deaths are not helpful.
How about this shit, right? I was gonna say this to the end, but since the shit is heavy, might as well rock out with it. So there's a lady in Texas. She's cutting her grass. She's mowing her grass. I don't feel necessarily bad for her because she's, they're on their family land of 150 acres that they've had since like 1850. So you know what I'm saying, So she's on her riding lawnmower, and all of a sudden, a 4.5 foot snake falls out of the sky, lands on her arm, and immediately wraps itself around her arm.
like a tree branch. Like her arm was a tree branch.
Yes. Yeah. And immediately is now trying to bite her. Like, yeah, venom all over her face, is like hitting her in her glasses, right? Yeah. So as she's screaming for her husband for help, a hawk swoops down.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, Brandon. Get
not
the
even
fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I need the article. Where's the video? I need the article. I need to know who wrote
the
this.
video.
I need the
Like, yeah.
video.
You know what?
Video evidence.
There's video. There's video. You have to put your headphones on to listen to it if you want. If you want me to play it.
Yes, play this.
You really? Because you don't believe me?
No,
Like,
I
you
do
think-
not.
Is it actual evidence? If it's just about the story, I still don't believe it.
I need to
No
know.
one was recording that. There's no way that's real.
There's a video for this?
Yes, there's a video. You're gonna just hear it because I can't put it up on the joint.
You can't send me a link?
I can send you. It'll be when you watch the
episode.
when you watch the episode, man.
This is wild.
It's a scenario that dropped from the sky, doesn't happen every day, and that Beaumont woman
Can you hear?
badly hurt after
No.
a snake fell from the sky out of nowhere, latched itself onto her arm, and from there, it only got worse. Shortly after the snake fell, a hawk comes flying by, actually tries to rip the snake off, tearing up the woman's arm in the process. Eventually, that hawk was able to fly away with the snake, and while there was blood and snake venom everywhere, the woman's going to be okay. She gives a thumbs up. She says she feels very lucky to be alive.
Keep up to date with all of San Antonio's top
Where are you finding
Of
these
course,
at?
this is Texas.
Yeah. And she had been bit by a snake before and survived the venomous snake before. But apparently, so what I learned from this is what hawks will do is hawks will, when they get a snake, they will grab the snake, fly up high, release it so that it falls to its death. So then it can
Pick it up and eat it.
pick it up.
Because I was about to say, how did it fall out of the sky?
So the hawk had already grabbed it and was flying and it did its thing. Right?
It's like, yeah. But she wasn't playing any stupid games. She just won a stupid prize.
Everybody, including my mom, when I sent her the link, was like, "Yo, she got bad karma, yo."
Yeah.
That's really bad. Like, that is something.
Not
that
only
would
did you,
happen-
like, it's not the first time you got bitten by a snake. It's the second time.
Mm-hmm.
The snake fell on you after being dropped, and then the hawk attacked you.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, I mean, technically, you can say the hawk was saving her from the snake. To be quite honest with you,
Yeah.
because the snake was trying to fuck her up.
That's true too.
So you can look at it from that perspective. So that was going. I was going to call that little segment. Now that's fucked up.
Yeah, that definitely is.
That's fucked up. That is fucked up. But I think what's funny to me is if that was in a movie, you'd be like, that could never happen. Like that is
Right.
so
That's
completely
why
impossible.
we were like, let's see the video. There's no way.
Yo, and her husband was in the front yard cutting the grass, and there's like traffic where they're at. There's a lot of traffic. So between the two lawnmowers and the traffic,
He couldn't
hear
hear
her screaming for help.
Oh man.
She could not hear her screaming for help. So yeah, I'm like, what kind of karma do you have to be for a 4.5 foot snake? A 4.5 foot snake. Like I'm freaked out. I'm never going to Texas unless I'm paid to DJ. Like I'm not going just to hang out, man. Cause
I love it.
Do
You should
you?
go.
well, give me some gigs.
I can't do that, but I can.
You can start that career. You'd be
Being a
booking
manager?
agent. Yeah, you'd be good at it. Huh? We need to talk about that.
No.
See, whatever, man.
I'm shy.
That you would be less shy when you start getting that your percentage off them gigs.
40%.
40.
Damn.
What's Kris
What the
Jenner?
fuck?
That was a lot.
That's a lot.
I don't know. What's Kris Jenner's rate?
I know she ain't getting 40. She's at least probably getting 20 from her
15,
kids.
20%.
All that is family money.
I'm just, you know,
15,
shoot for the
20.
moon and you'll reach the stars.
No,
Oh
you'll
my
reach the
God.
unemployment line. That's what you'll reach. God damn, 40%.
Said 40. Damn. At least start at 10.
I mean, no, if you had said 20, I'd been like, all right, cool. But you
This is not my industry. I was just throwing a number out there.
which means you should definitely be way lower than fucking 40%. 40% is when you're like, I can get you $1 million.
I'm the best.
Oh, Lord.
Speaking into existence.
Okay.
Okay, speaking of managing people and whatnot, what you got for us, Miss Manager?
Okay, so
Oh, Lord.
hot topic, y'all. Michael Orr, subject of the 2009 film The Blindsided, alleges that the Tui family
Yeah, Tui. Mhm.
did not adopt him and made millions off of his name and likeness. So apparently, he was under the impression that he was adopted by this family in this whole time.
He's a conservator.
Yes.
Conservatorship.
So the Tui family are saying that his allegations are not true, and that because he was above the age of 18, that they weren't able to legally adopt him, and the only way to make him a part of the family was through conservatorship.
And then they say that he didn't make any money from the movie.
So
$13,000.
So he alleges that
No, they
he
made
didn't
more than
even know
that.
about the movie, and then the movie didn't depict. Like they said that he started playing football after they met the family, which isn't true. And
They made him look like he was slow when he was intelligent.
right,
Yeah.
and they also said, like you were saying, who said 13? I don't know what the amount is, but
14,000.
because they had conservatorship, they were able to get a percentage of
From the movie,
from
even
the
the
movie
kids
based on
got
how well it did. So him and his, the parents and the children. So allegedly they earned $200,000 each, and that was based on how well the movie did. And
he
the
earned.
movie made upwards of $330 million at the box office.
Yep. That's wild. I like that movie too.
I know.
That was such a good movie.
I think so. What I from what I understood, I mean, and this is really coming from the dad, so
Allegedly.
we'll do the allegedly. That the reason why he had to do the conservatorship, it wasn't just they didn't want to adopt him just to adopt him. It was because he went to Old Miss and the dad was one on the board, or he was a booster or something like that. And they said like he couldn't play for Old Miss living with them and not having some kind of legal arrangement or whatever. So that's why they did the conservatorship, so that he could. That's the way they explained it. And then, he's like, I just sold my businesses for $200 million. I don't need blah, blah, blah. So,
But is that true? Like once you're older than 18, like I've seen these videos on like social media where it's like these grown people
They
are like
lying.
presenting their stepfather after years.
Because they're changing their last name.
Oh, that's changing their last name.
To theirs, and then they're legally having their last name, and then making it all come off as, okay, now I am your daughter legally because you signed the paperwork.
Okay, that's what it is, not adoption.
Because now I believe it's not like if I wanted to change my last name to my dad's, I can do it without having my biological father. Oh, I give up my rights. I'm an adult, so now at this point I can probably do it my damn self. I don't need to get it signed off.
It's dumb. I'm like, why are we even, not you? I'm just like, why is this even a story? Like this shit.
Because
the
he didn't
movie-
get any money from the movie.
He's okay. He made money in the NFL.
So what? It's
but
the
it's
principle.
still sad. It's like you use my name and likeness.
What I'm skeptical about is just usually, like, I would love to see the deal. Because I don't necessarily believe, like, plenty of people sell stories to Hollywood and they don't really make any money off of this story. Like you do the screenplay or whatever, or they say, oh, this is your family situation, then Hollywood takes it, and then they actually rewrite things to make it more intriguing,
appealing,
more appealing, right? So like, oh, let's make him slow.
And in the movie, it doesn't. I don't believe it comes off that he's adopted in the movie.
It does.
They did paperwork in the movie.
She goes to. I only know this because I was watching.
Yeah.
But there's a
Where's
part
the
where
paperwork scene?
Sandra Bullock goes to this, like, I don't know, whatever office, and they want to change his name and they want to adopt him.
I feel like I need to rewatch it again.
No, you don't need to rewatch it.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite movies, so I don't mind rewatching
Go ahead,
it.
rewatch it. I don't know. I was just, I could see it really them being like, oh yeah, we'll buy the story for $50,000 from you, and then because when they buy your story, it doesn't mean that they're going to actually make the movie. So they don't ever, they don't throw big crazy amounts of money to people just based on the story.
So how do you feel about the mother then writing a book?
Well, that's different.
Because she wrote a book, and I don't know, I didn't read the book, but I'm pretty sure that she says in the book that they adopted him.
Well, I mean, but the book is her telling her story. He's in it, right? But it's still her story to tell from her perspective, So what does, people write books all the time, and they don't be breaking off, money for the people who are in the story because you're telling your specific story. So I think it's sad because when it's all said and done, they still took him in. They still raised him.
And they're losing out on each other.
Yeah, that relationship is now forever soiled because regardless of what happened after the fact, and I mean $300 million. Let's just say it's a big amount of money that he missed out on. Like that still doesn't change the fact that they took him in and they raised him and they set him up. He went to the NFL. You know what I mean? So
to look at the bigger picture of it all.
Yeah, it's like, dude, let it go.
It's the fight over money. Money always.
Right. You up there. They took care of your ass, son.
Yeah, like where would you be? It's sad that he feels taken advantage of, but I guess you can say where would you be without that opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, but
so, I don't know.
If it wasn't for him, then they wouldn't have had the movie to make.
But they were already wealthy.
That too. Yeah, they were already wealthy, and then a movie was made on him, and he claims he didn't receive any money from the movie that was about him.
But this is also somebody that went all this time not knowing that he wasn't adopted and it was a conservatorship. Like, how do you... Like, he was thinking he was adopted.
That's probably what he was told, been adopted.
Yes,
maybe he just came up with some paperwork and was like, hold the fuck up.
I think it's probably more about, like, the
personal,
lie than the money.
Yeah, because there's principle into this.
It's like you're 18, dog. Like, what do you think? Who's adopting anybody at age 18? You can't.
Yes, but like I can't remember the full story. But like, if you came from, I'm guessing like a hard life and not having that family dynamic and then being lied to.
I don't know, but I mean, we can't go, like, let's ignore what happened in the movie or in the book. Like, let's just, they took care of him. They raised him. They got him off to college, playing football. They set him up for success. He's in the NFL. He has a career in the NFL. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, I don't know. And again, he's like, they were like, well, you didn't know that you were in a conservatorship? And he was like, well, no, I was busy playing in the NFL. I wasn't paying attention.
So on the reverse, like, what about people who are adopted and their adoptive parents don't tell them that they're not their biological parents?
I mean, unless you're worried about, like, genetic issues or something like that.
Like, do they like if you're adoptive? Should you be upset if your adoptive parents don't tell you that you are adopted?
I think I'd be more upset that they did tell me. I don't want to know.
Well, you don't
You
ever want to
wanna
know
know
anything,
anything.
so you don't matter.
God damn, I don't matter.
No,
but
you
that's
don't,
still
because you don't want to know anything.
No, because I'm just looking like the big picture. You took me in. Like, if
No,
I had a
I
good
would
life,
want to know because I'm being lied to.
It's not.
It's a lie. Yeah, you are being lied
It's
to.
only a lie if it's
No,
only
it is a lie,
No, it's
period.
only a lie if I ask you if I'm adopted and you're like, no, you're not adopted.
No,
That's
it's
a
a
lie.
lie by omission, Brandon. Didn't we have that conversation last week? You're lying. You're still lying.
But at what point do you sit down like
When they're older and they can understand adult decisions. And obviously not when they're 8, 9, 10 years old, but you know, I feel like,
I can't.
So what age is a good age?
and I
before
have
we have
personal
this-
experience with this. So yes, it is a lie. And then you feel like everything that you've been through or dealt with or been told is a lie.
But why was the information withheld from you? So that's it's the spirit of the lie.
Because the person was scared that I would be different with them. That was their
And
concern.
I think it's generations too, right? Like, like infertility wasn't something talked about much, right? You just,
Right.
you know, I feel like that's a more open conversation now. So lying about you, like, there's like all these stories about people in science class learning that they were adopted by doing like the blood test. They don't do that in
Yeah.
school anymore because
because
of that.
it'd be fucking people's lives up.
Yeah,
I
but
think-
now they doing the whole ancestry and they're still getting caught up.
That's how it's, yeah.
I mean it like I understand wanting to know, but I think like
It's not even wanting to know. Like, I didn't want to know because I had no clue until one day I found out. I was going through my baby book, and the name on the family tree looked a little different, and I thought it was like a nickname that my dad had.
So you need to be mad at whoever wrote that tree.
I
the
was
book,
mad at. I was mad
because
at.
they didn't lie right. See, I just want you to be a good liar.
No,
Like if you're gonna lie to me,
I don't need
make
you to
sure-
lie. Period. Okay, that's your problem. This one over here gonna be lying. Okay,
I
clearly.
don't lie. I'm just saying if you're gonna lie to me, be good at it. But no, I just like I think I just focus on the like, oh, you took me in, you took care of me, you gave me a good home, like everything. Because you can't assume that. I mean, you can't assume that because somebody's adopted, like the mom had fertility issues or something. Maybe like you.
It could
you
be
know,
anything. They just
I don't know.
they
That
were
was just an
young.
example I
You know,
gave.
like there's a lot of different things. I know for my situation, it was more like my dad always told me, he was like, I held you before you were 1 and I fell in love with you and you were mine ever since. Cool. And then when I found out, I was in my teens. I think it was like 13, 14, I found out. And I saw it in a baby book. Then I started asking questions. Family started to play stupid, like they didn't know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And then they brought it to my mom's attention, and that's when me and her, like, we had a whole long conversation. And I was like, this one person who always gets mad at me because I'm a child and I lie, but then you're my mother and you lie to me my entire time. So it's those types of things that stir up.
I understand.
Do you feel
that.
like as a child that you were very like an investigative personality?
As a child, probably.
It's just
Because it
I listen to this podcast and like they find that like it doesn't always have to be adopted, but like when there's like a family secret that and you're in that environment, like innately you become like very investigative and stuff like that because like something deep down tells you that there's
I think
something up.
if it's something that's brought to my attention or it involves me, because I remember one day my cousin, my older cousin was like, Jazz, there's things I know about you that you don't even know about yourself. And I never knew what she meant by that.
Lord.
And I was just like, and this was just interacting, like hanging out, good old time. And we're just talking like we're serious conversation. She's like, there's things about you don't even know about yourself that I know. And I was like, what do you mean? I know everything about myself. It's me. Like, how are you going to tell me? And she never told me, but it was like, it's like she almost was about to, but then she stopped herself. And then
that wasn't
as
hers to
time,
tell.
exactly. But and that's when I realized, when I found out that everyone in the family knew. So I felt very blindsided.
Yes. Yeah.
I felt very blindsided because it was like, wow, like y'all all knew about this. Y'all all were lying to me about it. Remind you, I'm only like 13. So I'm not thinking it wasn't their place to say. It was just the fact y'all all knew.
And I didn't.
And I didn't. And now I'm lied to. So after it all, after it all came out, I was able to meet my biological father within 2 weeks. I was like, oh, how convenient, how quick and easy.
Yeah.
But
You
then
think
I
at
also
age 13 you were ready? Like, what age is the right? Like, I feel like it's a hard thing. Like, what age is the right age?
because I found out, it was like now I'm asking questions. Now I want to know, like, and I was asked, like, do you want to meet him? Do you want to see him? Yeah. I want to know who this person is. And we met and we had like a whole crying session for like 10 minutes or whatever. And then I started to hang out with him, and it got to a point where I see. Now, granted, before I started hanging out with him, my dad had a conversation with him. My mom had a conversation with him. And then it just got to a point where I was hanging out with him. I met the other side of the family. They all wanted to always like talk to me and everything. And it just got to a point where I could see why me and him would bump heads, because he felt that he had the authority to tell me what to do. But I didn't know him enough to listen to him, or the way he would speak to me in a tone. It was just like, get in a car, let's go. And I'm like, well, where are we going? Don't worry about it. I never interacted with my dad that way. So for you to be my biological father and coming at me that way didn't work. So eventually it just didn't work out. So I haven't dealt with him or spoken to him for years. Which is okay, because I can see why. And then other reasons of why, he just wasn't involved in my life. So I'm blessed to have my dad. And, now it's just like, he was more scared. Like, I just thought you change I thought you would be different with me. I thought you'd be different with me. And I was like, no, you're my dad. Like, that's all I know you as. Like, I've never came, like, even when I found out, I never came to him and was like, you're not my dad, you can't tell me what to do type thing. Never. Because I never viewed it that way. It was just, all right, my life isn't as, cupcake as it is. There's a lot of shit going on.
Razzle-dazzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, so I can understand why he wouldn't say anything, because that's a big risk. I mean, it worked out because you're who you are, but could you imagine that you 11, 12, 13 years of being dad, and then this information comes out, and then you flip the script, and you don't have the same great relationship? Like, that's a big risk to take, especially because your biological dad wasn't there to begin with. He wasn't beating down the door. Well, we can only assume he wasn't beating down the door or really trying to be a part of your life. So I would have lied to your ass too. Like, she ain't never gonna know.
Well, I didn't. But once I asked, that's when they told me, because I looked in the book, and that's when it made sense. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I saw the name and I was like, who is this? And I asked my grandma. My grandma was like, oh, I don't know. Now I think about it, I'm like, you was playing stupid. You was really not trying to say, oh, I don't know. She was like, I don't know. Let me ask your mom. And she goes, talks to my mom. And then that's when my mom was like, come over here. Let me show you something. And I remember, like, she showed me a picture, because she had me at 18. So she shows me a picture of her at her prom, and I'm in her belly, and she's with this guy in the picture. And I've seen the picture before. I just never asked about it. Like, I just assumed, oh, it's my dad from, high school. Like, I never put anything together like that. I'm not investigating like that. I'm just like, oh, but my dad looks different, but whatever, people get old, they change. He had hair in high school, he bald now. Like, and
the innocence of children.
Yeah. And then she showed me the picture. I was like, I see this picture. I saw this picture all the time. She was like, well, yeah, I saved this picture because that's who he is. And I was like, so that's not daddy? She's like, mm-mm. I was like, ain't this a bitch? Well, I didn't say that, but I'm like, oh man. Yeah. So yeah, it was a whole thing, obviously. And I think those few years was just kind of rough, because I was, at the time, like, they were going through their own divorce. So it was just a lot of changes all happening at once. And then, it was my sister, me and my sister are 10 years apart. So it was my sister was born. We moved into a new house. Then maybe 2-3 years later, they start to split up. And at that same time, that's when I find out. So it was just a lot of
moving parts,
a lot of emotion, and yeah. And here I am today.
Still standing.
Cursing all y'all motherfuckers out for lying.
They didn't. I don't feel like they lied to you. I think they just didn't.
No, I know now.
Yeah.
They were protecting me, and he was scared that I would change and all that stuff. I get it, but it doesn't change the fact that like the one person who always got at me because of lying. You lied about my entire life.
Yeah.
I was very stuck on that for a very long time.
He didn't lie though.
No, not him. My mother.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a secret, right?
Yeah.
And a
I
secret
don't
is a
think-
form of a lie.
I don't.
No, we're just gonna leave it alone.
Okay.
Okay.
I bet you're trying to look out for you.
No, we're past that now. You know, we're in great spirits now. But at that time, that's just what it was. So
Boy.
yeah,
All right. Well.
little life about me.
Well,
Thanks for sharing.
thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Very, 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 very. I know you better now.
Yeah, give you a little understanding. That's why I'm very big on like just be straight up and honest. I don't need you to lie about dumb shit. I don't need you to lie about anything. Just be straight up honest. I'll accept you and respect you way more than you just trying to sugarcoat and hide shit. It stems from that experience.
Gotcha. Is that all you have about Michael Orr? Did you extend it out? Well, I felt like we inject some little soul school into the Cultured Misfits podcast. Lyrics. Do you listen to song lyrics? Do you pay attention to song lyrics?
Yes.
You do? Because
Yes.
I don't.
That's a problem.
Depends on what type of music it is.
Especially R&B. Yes.
Well, yeah, R&B. Like just initially, I had my moments where shit hits me. I'm like, oh man, that was really deep. That double entendre hit different.
Some songs trigger like emotion. Like
Yeah.
there's like 2-3 songs that they're slow and they get me upset because they make me think about people that aren't here anymore.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Well, I figured we do this thing. I'm going to call it Lyrics to Go. We're going to battle. This week, this episode, we're going to battle. It's a battle of the canceled.
Okay.
Well, I feel like one of these artists is slowly being uncanceled, which I'm very upset about because I don't think he deserves to be uncanceled. The Baby.
Sure.
You know, okay.
I know who he is, but I don't care for him.
Yeah.
Just-
Mr. Dumbass. And Lizzo. Do you like The Baby's new song, Shake Something?
I haven't heard it.
Oh, my God. Well, I'm going to hit you with some of the lyrics.
Okay, let's go.
And let's discuss. So the song is called Shake Something. Okay, here we go. Yeah, call the fireman. She a hot girl. Come shake some, bitch. I don't know how to dance, but I can lean and make the ghetto bitches put their hands on their knees. That's
That's a
the
song
chord.
you turn off. You know you in the car with your mom and it come on and you're like, ooh.
Now, I don't feel like that's a flex. And no offense to anybody who considers herself a ghetto bitch. I would never refer to any woman as a ghetto bitch. But is it really hard to make a ghetto bitch put their hands on their knees? Like, is that a flex? Like, is that something like, yo,
I don't think so.
I'll say I can make a pretty bitch or bougie bitch put her hands on their knees or bougie lady.
Seems like you need a
I
little
do know
effort
this
in there.
song.
Yeah, you know, because it's a
your hands on
boom,
your
boom,
knees.
boom. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, maybe
right.
I did
Yeah,
hear
you
it.
do know
Yeah,
it.
you know it.
You've
It's
heard the clip like on Instagram.
it's
Probably.
it's a very forgettable song. So make the ghetto bitches put their hands on their knees. Make the ghetto bitches put their hands on their knees. Yeah. All right. So let's get into the meat.
You know, I do not listen to lyrics because I did not, like, I know what you're talking about now, and I just didn't process that. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing this. This is why I want to do
It
this.
hits me more when it's songs when I was younger, and I'm like, oh my God, I was listening to this when I was 10. What the hell?
So let's get into this verse. Yeah, call the fireman. She a hot girl. Put her out. Ooh, I just broke a sweat in this bitch. Get a towel. She said, nothing been happening. Now it's a drought. I tell her put her ass in the air. Dick her down. Ooh, yeah. Go get in timeout. You a baddie. Ooh. Just sent me a spot with a addy. Oh. I get up and pop me an addy. I get up and pop me an addy. I get up, catch me a flight. The shit took me about 4 hours. Went to Cali. And it don't matter how much she say it. It still ain't no way she can make me her daddy. I don't know how to dance, but can lean and make the ghetto bitches put their hands on their knees. And it just goes on, and that's the song.
Why is
This
that a
is what
song?
you know, older folks be like, they don't make music like
Like
that
this anymore. No, they don't.
They sure don't.
Now, I'm all about context, all right?
Michael Jackson would never.
So this would be no. We're different, right? And in future episodes, we're gonna dive. I'm gonna take us on. We're gonna learn some things. For context, this is a club record. This is a record that should not be played on the radio, yet it is, which is disappointing. It is. I'm drunk. I'm partying. Whatever. But I just still think it's a sucky ass song. Like the beat is boring, and the lyric. It's like really.
But why is the beat boring if it's a club?
Because like it's that 4x4 beat. I mean, it's just nothing to it.
Is this good for like stripper music?
I guess. But I don't like it for anything. Like when I heard it, I'm like, this is what you're coming out with? Like, this pseudo house hip hop. But I don't know. But those are the lyrics. How did you feel? How did those lyrics make you feel? Did you want to put your hands on your knees?
No, I was like, this is music. Like, sad.
Jazz?
I feel like a fifth grader can do that, make that song.
Yeah.
Right. Pretty simple, right?
Like, why is that a song? I see no meaning to the words.
Right.
It doesn't hit my soul the way I want it to.
No, it's not. I mean, songs are supposed to be simple. It's like some of the best songs ever have been pretty simple. Like when you look at the lyrics, so the song did not make you feel good. That was not as like.
That didn't make me feel good. It didn't make me feel anything.
It made me feel angry, but
it was just so crazy how simple those lyrics were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that's a song.
That's making a lot of money. Like I should become a rapper.
Facts.
Yeah.
We should just
Brown
all
sugar
put a line in it.
Make them ghetto niggas put their hands on their knees. Ow.
No. We don't.
Go get my strap.
Check out my EP when I sang Happy Birthday to Jazz.
Begging up.
It's on all streaming platforms.
Well,
Check your girl out.
All right. So now on the other side of this cancel thing, we have young Lizzo, which, she makes people eat vagina pudding pie, banana pudding.
Can you get the words together,
Right.
Brandon?
Yes,
That's how you know you shouldn't be
it.
even saying it because you can't get it out.
You can't even get it out.
I know, because I'm tired. But yes, maybe she makes her dancers eat banana pudding out of women. But I respect the fact that all her songs are very uplifting and powerful. And like, you can do it, you can win, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to skip SZA's verse because it's SZA's verse. And I love SZA's verse. The song is so special, very special. Okay. You don't know the song? No. Come on, Jazz, you know this song.
That one.
Could you imagine a world where everybody's the same? Could you? And you could cancel a girl because she just wanted to change. How could you throw fucking stones if you ain't been through her pain? Jazz, how can you throw fucking stones?
I don't throw stones.
All right, good. That's why we feel so alone. That's why we feel so much shame. I'm used to feeling alone. Oh, so I thought that I'd let you know, in case nobody told you today. I wait around for you. You're special. Well, in case nobody made you believe, nobody made you believe, you're special. Rell, you're special.
Thank you.
Jazz, you're special.
I know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I will always love you the same. I'll always love you. You're special. I'm so glad that you're still with us. Broken, but damn, you're still perfect. Perfect. I know that I'm not alone. Oh, no, you're not alone. So I thought I'd let you know that you're special. In case nobody made you believe, you're special. Well, I'll always love you the same. You're special. I'm so glad that you're still with us. Broken, but damn it. She didn't say damn it, but damn, you're still perfect. You are who you are. You're so special. So that was her verse. Repeat.
Nice.
That's pretty nice. Now I know why people are Lizzo fans. No, for real. Like I personally haven't really listened to Lizzo, but she has a huge following, and they always talk about her music and stuff like that. So that's nice.
Feel uplifted?
Sure.
God damn, she's just.
Yeah, you're special.
I know.
Man.
Thank you.
Yeah. So who can we uncancel? Who should we uncancel
Lizzo,
versus?
duh. Of course. That's not even a
question.
You say anyone else, I'm questioning that. No, Lizzo all day.
Yeah. We just gonna need for you to stop making women do things, Lizzo, and not fashion.
Allegedly.
No. She did it. It's just look. She did it, and it's okay. because her music is counteracting all the negative shit that she's put her three dancers through. Like that song has got people feeling great. So I mean, you gotta
balance it out.
yeah.
Balance.
But the baby, nah, dog. Nah, I know this is a club record, but goddamn, why they gotta be ghetto bitches?
Because there's ghetto bitches.
No,
There are ghetto
Always a
bitches.
time and a place.
Yeah. It is what it is.
I feel like we could just come up with a different term than ghetto bitches.
Thoughts?
You know what? I love the thought acronym because every time
That hole over there.
yeah, that shit cracks me up because I can see it. Yo, thought who? What? Them
That
hoes
hole
over
over there,
there.
yup.
That-
It's perfect.
it's funny, but no, ghetto bitches like yo, they live in the ghetto and they're bitches. Like that's just a double smack.
It is what it is.
No, so we're gonna uncancel Lizzo and we're gonna get a GoFundMe together to get her into therapy.
No, we're not.
Alrighty, thank you for listening today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on all of our streaming platforms and podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast. You can find me at Rell Traveling on Instagram. And Jazz, where can they find you?
You can find me at jeslim.j on Instagram. And make sure you follow us on all platforms and subscribe to us on our YouTube channels.
DJ Silk, where can they find you?
At DJ Silk on Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Spill.
Oh, God. He does.
Yeah, judge me. And DJ Silk 12 on the TikTok and Mixcloud.com. DJ Silk 12 for Soul School. Yes, where I play the music. I don't say the music. I play it. I won't be reading lyrics there. So.
And send him requests all day.
All up in the comments.
All up in the comments. All up in his DMs. Let him know.
Yeah, give me something to ignore. A whole bunch of things left on
He'll
red,
read
left
them.
on red. I will read them. I will actually read them, and I might even put them in the mix because you know what? Soul School is different.
It's for the people.
It is for the people.
All right, y'all. Until next time.
Bye.
Well.